Hey friends, it's so good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful, happy new year and welcome to 2017. I'm Leanna George. I'm a professional organizer and the owner of By George Organizing Solutions. And I had just decided to jump on this morning, very unexpected, but as I was at the grocery store and I'm looking at all the magazines at the checkout counter and they're all talking about getting organized, I realized as great as that is for you to have a goal of getting organized this new year, I realized there's probably a few reasons why you have to have it as your New Year's resolution or as your New Year goal. And that's because you probably didn't get it done last year, right? So if that's the case, I want to give you what I think are the 5 reasons why you didn't get organized last year. Because I think sometimes we have to, hey Lisa, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining me. I think sometimes we have to look back a little bit so that we can get forward moving. And so I want to talk to you about 5 reasons why you probably didn't get organized last year. And just want to look over them for a few minutes that maybe they will help you give some food for thought that will change the way you think and help you finally get organized in 2017. So let's talk about reason number 1 why you didn't get organized. And that is because you just didn't make it a priority. And for some people, that's okay. It doesn't have to be a priority in your life. But I find that if things are really important, then I'm going to probably be more likely to do them and to work at them if I have them down as a priority for myself. And so if your priority is health and losing weight, then you're going to exercise and you're going to eat right. If you want to get organized, you have to make it a priority too, and you have to set aside time and you have to do all the things, learning, decluttering, or buying systems and different things like that. But it has to be a priority or else it's not going to get done. If you don't value something, something else more important will always take its place. So I think probably you didn't get organized because you didn't make it a priority. So that's number 1. Number 2 is you didn't schedule time for it. Now, I know last year I asked people, what is your biggest organizing struggle? And by far, my biggest answer that came back was, I don't have time for it. And I thought about that for a lot. And I thought, you know what? You will never have time. You're never going to find the time to get organized. You just won't. I mean, time is an elusive thing that we either have to manage or we lose. And so you're never going to find that time. The truth is, if you want to get organized, you have to make the time. And how you make the time is you schedule it. And so that is one reason why you probably didn't get organized, is because you didn't schedule it. And I know that's hard. That is really, really hard to do in the midst of our busy, chaotic lives. But if it's a priority, we'll find the time and make the time to get it done. And I know that from personal experience because I am starting something new this year. I have created a weekly schedule that I am just living by. And I mean, I have color-coded it. I have timed it down to increments because there are some things I really want to get done this year that I wasn't getting done last year. And the only way that it's going to be a reality in my life in 2017 is if I schedule it down and I live by the schedule. And that may seem a little rigid. I'm just trying it out for January to see how it works. But I really think it's going to make a difference. And I can already see the difference it's making just this week alone. So I just want to encourage you to get a schedule and schedule your time to get organized, because what gets scheduled gets done. So if you really want to get organized this year, put it down in your calendar. All right, reason number 3 we didn't get organized this year. Number 3 is we didn't write our goals down. Now, I'm terrible at this, I will admit it, and that's why some of my goals didn't get reached last year. But they say that people who write down their goals are more likely to achieve them. And so I want to encourage you. It may seem a little strange to write down organizing goals, but I think it helps and I think it makes a difference. Now, don't write your goal as, I want to get organized in 2017, because that's a little vague. And when we have vague goals, we don't seem to get them done. So I want to encourage you to write down some specific, and they call them SMART goals. And you can look that up. They're specific, they're measurable, they're attainable, they're realistic, they're timed. So, you want to be able to write down some specific goals. But let me just give you a few that I can think of off the top of my head for getting organized. So one might be, I want to organize and declutter my clothes closet. And you might put a deadline for that. I'm going to have that done by the end of January. That gives you a time frame of what to do and what you need to be thinking about to get that space organized and decluttered and ready by the end of the month. Another one might be, I want to, organize and rearrange my pantry. You could do that by the end of the week or over the weekend. So, write down some specific goals, but don't write down, I want to get organized, or I'm going to organize my house, because those are really vague and they're not really specific, and it will be easy for you to veer off course if you don't have some specific things written down. So let's write down our goals so we can get those goals down and accomplished in 2017. All right, number 4, another reason why you may not have gotten organized is because you didn't have the right motivation. Now, motivation is a killjoy to our goals and dreams. And so if we do not have the right motivation, or if we're not motivated at all, then we're not going to get it done. And your motivation for getting organized may look different than somebody else's, and that's okay. But you need to be clear on why you want to get organized. Okay, I want to get organized because I want my house to look like Pinterest is probably not going to give you the motivation you need to get organized this year. But I want to get organized so I can have more quality time with my family. That's going to get you motivated to do the work. So we need to find your bigger why. Now, a lot of times people will tell me, I want to be able to find stuff easily, or I want to have more time, or I want to get out the door without being in a rush. And those are great motivators. They really are. But there's got to be a bigger why behind those. So really ask yourself, why do I want to get organized? And then write it down. And then ask yourself, why for that? And why for that? So you cannot go any more to whys. Because when you narrow down your why, you're going to find the true reason you want to get motivated and you want to get organized. And that is what's going to get you up every day or every night or every weekend to work on your organizing goals. So find the right motivation. It may look different for you than it does for me, and it may look different from your neighbor than it does for her, or you. But it doesn't matter. Don't let that bother you. Just do it for whatever reason you have to do it, and get moving. All right. Then finally, our 5th reason that we probably didn't get organized this year is because you had the wrong perspective. And what I mean by perspective is that you saw getting organized as a loss rather than a gain or an investment. I can't tell you how many times people will tell me, I don't want to get organized because I don't want to lose all the stuff, or I don't want to lose the time, or I don't want to pay somebody to come help me get organized because I don't want to lose the money. We're always thinking about the cost of what getting organized is going to be for us. And when we do that, then we're not going to get organized. If that's always at the forefront of your mind, then that's not going to help you get organized. Rather, you need to think about getting organized as what you're gaining, what it is that you're investing in yourself, in your family, and in your home. Because when you look at it from that perspective, an abundant perspective rather than a scarcity perspective, then you are going to have the motivation and the desire to get organized. And I can promise you, it works. It works. It seems strange. But when you're pulling things out and you're letting go and you seem like you're losing time, you're losing items, you're losing money for hiring a professional organizer, don't let that be what you're focusing on. Focus on what that room organized is going to do for you in the future. Think about what the organized space is going to make you feel, how it's going to make you feel better, because those are the ways that's going to keep you going. Those are the things that will pay off in the end. Okay, so we've talked about 5 things that caused us not to get organized last year. We talked about it wasn't a priority. We didn't schedule our time. We didn't write our goals down. We didn't have the right motivation, and we had the wrong perspective. So I hope these are just some 5 really quick things that will give you some food for thought as you get ready. Like I said, we're all in the midst of trying to change things. We've got a brand new calendar out in front of us. We've got 361 days to make this our best year yet. And one of those things may be getting organized. And I hope it is. I hope it becomes not a resolution, but a lifestyle for you. And I hope that you will look at these things and make some changes to your thoughts, to your actions, to your calendar, so that you can get organized in 2017. If there's anything I can do to help you with that, feel free to connect with me. You can visit my website or connect with me here on Facebook, because I'd love to help you get organized to gain the life you want. All right, friends, thanks, and I will be back really soon. Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. Thank you. You're awesome, too. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, a great year, and I hope to be back again next week. I've got a whole list of ideas. See, I'm writing things down, and I got a whole list of ideas that I want to share with you here on Facebook Live. So I will hopefully be back next week. If not, hopefully we can connect soon. All right, so we'll talk later. Bye.